So for our first session, today we're going to look at how search engines work. Basically what we're going to try and do is understand the basics of search engines and try to understand how they actually index web pages and how they display them in the search engine results pages. So the first thing to understand is that search engines have two major functions. The first one is to crawl and build an index in the database. The second one is, based on that index, is to provide answers to searchers by calculating relevancy and serving results. That simply means that they need to give, Google for example, needs to give its users accurate results when they do a search for specific keywords, for example. So the search engine spiders, or robots are they also called, crawl the web in search of new content and index websites in the search engine database following complex algorithms. The algorithms are basically a set of predetermined rules that each search engine will follow to try and index websites. The spiders or robots crawl the web all the time. They never stop really. So they may come to a site every day, they may come every 2 days. It depends on the frequency on the content on the website. But this is an ongoing work by search engines. You do not need to tell them to come and index your site. They will naturally find it as they go along. One of the big points to understand as well with search engines is that the exact algorithms, so the factors that they use to rank websites, are actually not known. So SEO is the art, or sometimes the science, I guess, of ensuring a website is indexed and ranked well by search engines for specific keyword searches. Because search engines do not divulge entirely what their algorithms are, part of the SEO work is to try and to understand what is going on and what factors are actually going to impact the rankings of a website and its performance in search engines. So the diagram here is a visualization basically of what we just explained and how search engines work. So if you have the search engine there on the top left hand corner, you can see the spider will go on the web to crawl the web and to find websites. Once they find a website, the spiders take note of the titles, keywords, description tags, navigation, and all of the other elements that are in the algorithm to learn what a website is about, which keywords are used, and a range of other things that they then in turn integrate or index into the search engine's database for further reference. Once a website is indexed, it does not necessarily mean it's going to rank very well in search engines when people search for it, but it means the search engines will actually have some data about this website. So if a search is pertinent, then they will return the results for this specific website. One thing that is sometimes misunderstood by companies and people wanting to do SEO is the fact that search engines do not actually look at designs, or the search engine spiders more, do not look at actual design of the site or pages, if they have nice colors and things like that. What matters to search engine spiders is the actual code behind every page. So in this example here, we can see the Mahon digital homepage, and on the right hand side, we have some code that is behind that page. Basically, the HTML code of a website is what tells web browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Firefox how to display all the elements of the page on a website. But this code is actually what search engine spiders would see. They would not see the design. They would just take the code behind the page and scan it from top to bottom to identify the SEO elements, we would say. So it's very important to remember that no matter how well designed your website is, and it may look fantastic, and which is good for usability, it may actually not have an impact on your SEO result and your search engine performance. That's something to really remember. As a result of the search engine scanning the code, what they actually see, what the search engine spiders actually see, is what you have on screen here. Is basically a lot of text following the links as well and finding some of the SEO elements. So as you can see, there's no images, no design, no colors there. It's just literally what is in the code. So the search engines will be looking for these elements, looking at the various keywords, how things are implemented to actually index the website. So this view gives you a slight overview of what's happening when a spider finds a website. So now let's look a little bit more closely at the algorithms themselves. So basically the set of factors that the search engines use. According to recent research, I think there are around 200 factors included in Google's algorithm. 200 factors is a lot of elements that you need to take into account when doing SEO. These factors include a range of things. Some of them are called the on-site factors. It can be such as the technical setup of the website, how the domain is set up, the URLs you're using. it's also very largely based on the content of your website, how well it is optimized, which keywords you're using, how it is formatted. All these elements matter, and they're all the on-site elements. The other side of it is that you have the off-site factors, things that are not done on the site, but that will have an impact on how search engines see your website and rank it and index it. Off-site factors can be the quality and relevance of the backlinks to your site. That is, to put simply, how many websites are linking back to you and the quality of these websites linking back to your own website. But that also includes more and more the social signals, as well as brand authority and trust. These are new concepts in SEO that came up in the last few years, really, with Google trying to integrate more of the people's opinion, really, of a website. So let's say social signals is people endorsing your business in Facebook, saying they like it, following it, linking back to it. And these have in turn driven the terms of brand authority and trust. So when looking at the search engine results pages, it is very important to understand what SEO does and all the work that is being done versus paid search. So what we're looking at when we're doing SEO and when the website is indexed is what is called organic or natural results. They are the ones displayed in the white part of the page here. They are the elements that you can be influencing by optimizing your website using different techniques. The other elements of the page, like paid results and PPC, are the ones that will be showing up in the yellow box at the top of the results pages or on the right hand side sometimes. These are paid ads using the Google AdWords program, which is basically kind of an auction or a bid on specific keywords, which will in turn display your ads. So these are completely separate from natural optimization, if you want, and this can be impacted by having budgets, whereas organic or natural results will only be impacted by the work you do on your site and by the off-site activities like your social activities or your backlinks. So this concludes our first session on SEO and the search engine basics. We hope that this was helpful for you, but if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact the Mahon Digital team, and we'll do our best to help you.